Welcome back to Let's Play Sundered. Last time we tried to deal with humanity and failed miserably. And did a number of other things. But anyway, short version this time. I'm going to first jump cut and do some farming. Because I had a realization. One, there's a lot of perks I don't have and that I'm using level 1 and level 2 versions of. And that loading screen that I see periodically is right. To defeat in-game enemies, you need in-game perks. It also occurred to me that I've been avoiding the corrupt treasures that spawn a lith enemy that have the purple energy field around them, which typically contain perks, and locating them would be a lot easier with scavenger equipment. So I am likely going to do a somewhat large jump to, you know, level up that, while just basically grinding at enemies, which would be kind of boring. If anything interesting happens, I will montage my way through, but otherwise, I will see you when I return. It also occurred to me that there was this room we had come across early in the game that I had, as of yet, not dealt with. To find out just what's up here. Oh dear. Why am I surprised? Oh, that's worrying. Oh, never mind, it's just pixels. You are big. You are big. Why are you so big? I'm gonna just scoot. Sitting there jamming the potion button and nothing is happening. That's kind of obnoxious. It's also jamming the dash button and nothing was happening. Did my controller short out? Very odd indeed. Very annoying indeed as well. I'm just getting myself out of here. I'm not fond of this place. Haha! Shortcut achieved. Okay, so that's that achieved. Now I'm just gonna loop. Well, run. But can you not aim? Apparently not. Where's my... Oh, what is that? I don't know. Okay. I kind of like this, whatever it is. Secret ability? In any case, back to farming, now that we have discovered a thing. Want to get whatever it is you draw. That was a little tiny. Gotcha. What did you give me? Stand firm rank 2. Okay. Random lift that came out of a horde. Okay, I saw there was a room over here that I hadn't gotten, so I'm trying to kind of glide over to it. The door is glowing in there. Why is the door glowing? Is there something here I should know about? appears to be a lie. That door blinking bothers me, I will be honest. But nothing seems to be there. That I've found, at least. Well, it does it over there too, and we've been in between there. Why is random perk room? I was just gliding my way back down and I landed on this and thought it was a backer room. And look, random perk. Steel spine. Could that be an armor? There are so many phantoms. That was very strange, I must admit. Let's see what my new perks are. Stand firm. Reduce cannon recoil and incoming environmental damage by 40. Can think of times when that'd be useful. Oh, reduces your health and shield by 30 though. Oh, that's painful. Not bad though. At least it's a perk I don't have. Okay, I don't remember. Okay, armor. Shield, luck, cannon, shield. Or damage, luck, cannon. I really need both of those. Treasures are revealed. Oh look, more damage. I'm gonna go ahead and get that damage, that shield, and that armor. And we will meander about a bit. Probably aim for some of the crit damage ups. Any damage ups that are within easy reach. Get the extra energy or two. Etc. But back to the grinding. I see 2 lift places here. And some areas that I haven't explored yet, which I should really go do. So that's going to be the next thing on the list. Probably that one first. I got the You Tread More Lightly. Also, just as a quick note, if I hit any duplicate ones like another Lithworm, I'm probably gonna... I may just jump cut over it and only show if it like gave me a perk or something. Because as you can see, I've already beaten the Lithworm, and this is kind of going slightly laughably. I put on the Berserker perk, so I get 10% more damage every time I kill an enemy. I think I killed them before they even finished spawning. There we go. Shield Piercer, rank 1. Okay, so you do still get a perk from them. Okay. But if I come across any Liths that I've already beaten, like I mentioned, I'll just show me getting the perk unless the fight happens to be interesting. Because for the most part, like, you've already seen me beat a Lithworm, a Lith Panzer. I can't remember if I dealt with a Lith Meteoroid. I know one of the mini-bosses was a Meteoroid, but you get the point. Was another Lithworm and no perk. Ah, now I remember what stopped me here. It was too high even for a jump. So what would have, without corruption, how would I have gotten in there? I would assume... No? How do you get in there without corruption is a valid question. Let's see what this area has to offer. right, endless hordes. Why am I wasting? In any case, perk. Tough skin. But shield. I will figure that out momentarily. So many woolly boogers. Ah. I see, I came in backwards. The correct entry would have been to come this way and go around. Good to know. Okay, well, while we're here, let's see what the last two perks do. Tough Skin increases your armor by 10, reduces cannon damage by 25. So combining those two would be quite tanky. Shield Piercer, your attacks ignore energy shields, but it halves your shield regeneration rate. That could be fun for the Esh fight, or for dealing with areas with lots of conjurers, because they would die instantly. But having your shield regeneration rate would be bad. For, at least for the competitive fight. In any case, while I'm over here, go ahead and grab that extra 150% buff. Gonna go ahead and grab that and then go back to farming, and next I'm going to check the western area for liths and whatnots while farming, doing the mini farms. Okay, drank 3. It's a perk I have equipped, but random treasure I will accept. Now let's see what this one does. Never fought this one, but oh, that's new. And Screamers. Yeah, so far not too bad. Oh, that's right, we haven't seen the Lith one yet. What am I saying? Oh, Lith Devourer. Oh, there we go. Harvester rank 2. Now I just gotta wait for the last of the peanut gallery. Get down here. And another perk. Shield Overdrive rank 2. It's 2 good perks. Devour. Didn't I just deal with you recently? Okay, no perk. Okay. Who doth get summoned? Ah, same thing. Perk, got a perk. Shield converter rank 2. So that's a thing. Lots of perk, many perk, much perk. Perk, 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 perk. 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 Steel spine rank 2. Let's check the perks. Let's see. Harvester rank 2. 3% of your health every time. Damages health every time you hit an enemy. Shield converter. 50% of your max health is converted into a shield, but your max health becomes 1. Shield overdrive. Your shield constantly regenerates, but now it only reduces by 70%. Melee damage by 30%. Not as much as I'd hoped, but more than it could be, so another 5%. Increases your armor by 25, and same disadvantage. Too bad that's not a percentage, but I guess that would be broke. Oh, I see, yes. Mini broke. And... go ahead and grab that. Grab that. Does damage. Need to not be too willy-nilly about it. Cannon, luck damage, cannon arm. Armor would probably be the best bet there. There we go, crit damage. That's another 50% damage to my crits. After enemy analysis, we have improved the assault mobilizer's weakness tracking. Soldiers are already lining up to test it. Each of our soldiers receive weekly training to minimize accidents in the field. Okay. In any case, back to the grind. Let's see what I'm missing. Yeah, I still got a lot of level 1 ones. Meep. You heard nothing. You heard nothing, I say.
Yeah, nothing at all.
I'm gonna be honest, it worries me that this one's in the same place it was last time. Did I activate that or not? I don't know anymore. Yep. Oh, that's worrying. That's worrying. Okay, let's. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay. I gotta get the stamina here. That's going better than I anticipated. I just need energy. 6, 7. Okay, let's not try that. Gotcha. Rank 3 Harvester. And rank 3 Golden Charm. Not a bad deal there. Okay, rank 3 Golden Charm, 40% more often they drop shards. Not 40% more shards, I misread that earlier. 5% of your damage is held every time you hit an enemy. That one is useful. Quite useful. Especially in groups. Because if your swing hits 5 enemies, that's 25% of the damage dealt. While we're here... I'm gonna aim for that. Found it. Gonna regret this. And stand firm, rank 3. Shield converter, rank 3. And shield piercer, rank 2. Okay. Oh, hang on, is that a shortcut I hadn't opened? Hooray! Let's see. Stand firm, 50% instead of 40 or 30. Lowers your shield regenerate by 40% instead of 50. 60% of your max health is converted into a shield. Which, if I wasn't using perks that reduce my health, that would be quite interesting. In any case, I may as well do a little bit of level. Little. There's another 25% crit damage. Is that all the crit damages? Huh. What do you know? There's a fair bit more damage. No more that are quite in exact reach. I guess I'll run for the energies next. And finish leveling that up. Let's see what's in here. This one looks a little different. It's gonna be crawlers, isn't it? Yep, crawlers. Lip crawler. And shield drain rank 2. And this one's gold. High density bullets rank 2. I guess that's that. And tough skin rank 2. That's another one. And shield absorb rank 2. And assassin rank 2. Just lots of money. Okay, shield absorb. Regain 15% of your max shield every time you kill an enemy. Not bad. 3% of your damage to shield every time you kill an enemy. And 40% reduction to shield. Increase the chance of landing a critical hit by 15%. Increase your armor by 12. Increase your cannon damage by 30. Reduce carry capacity by 3. Okay, first let's get that, because I've been staring at that for far too long. Get that armor, that shield, that armor, that armor, that armor, and I'm out of monies. That's, you know, a good bit of armor. Back to the grind. Oh look, a perk! Bullet Transfabricator rank 3. Those mushrooms were clearly guarding it. Okay, there we go. Bonk, 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 bonk. Go away, floaty brains! Nope, it's not going away. Perk, perk, perk. Shield Overdrive rank 3. Acquired. Okay, let's see. Shield Overdrive. Lower shield regeneration rate by 60%. That's a lot better than 80 at least. And ammo regenerates every 5 seconds. Reduces your melee damage by 50. Well, now we know how the other Ash has infinite ammo, but the problem is that reduced melee damage by 50% is clearly not working. In any case... Armor. Just roaming around grabbing every bit of armor I have missed. I know there's lots of lucks I could grab. There. On the way. Energy. And then energy. And then we should be ready.
Yeah. My plan unfolds.
Wow. My voice completely just fell out during that. The plan unfolds. And they are none the wiser. None the wiser. Oh, got a perk, got a perk, got a perk. Steel Spine rank 3. I'm dying to mushrooms and impatience. Energy Absorb rank 3. 2 more down. Oh. Oh crud, this one's got wind. Stop them walking? Oh, they do have legs. I thought only that big mini-boss one had legs. I never noticed the others did too. Huh. Monstrous lure rank 3. And shield drain rank 3. Yay! Let's try this one. Yay! Executioner rank 3. That's what I needed. Return to the sanctuary. I think I've got 2 out of 3 of the ones I need at rank 3. Let's see. Executioner rank 3. Increase crit damage by 650%. Reduces melee reduces other damage by 50%. Increases armor by 30. Reduces your health and shield by 30. That's nice. Get a 100% chance to regain energy every time you land a crit on the enemy. Reduces crit damage by 25%. Regain 4% of the damage you deal as shield every time you hit an enemy. Reduce your maximum shield by 50%. Oh yeah, let's see what monstrous lure, we upgraded that. 3 times more hordes, but 60% more shards. Well, naturally... Okay, we've got Executioner lined up. Did we get... what's its name? Assassin? No, we need to get Assassin rank 3. That's still a problem. Because with that I can get my crit chance up to 50. Which, combining all of those 3, should be very nice for the boss. But while we're here... Shield, cannon damage, another energy. Health, luck, another energy. Armor, cannon damage, shield, health. Let's go this way. Luck, armor, luck, cannon damage, and then healing proficiency, which will top off the amount of health that my potions give me. Which, getting that will be all the non-gun related perks. And I think all the armor, but I'll check. Back to the grind. Oh, a perk. High density bullets, rank 3. I'm wondering if I could get perks out of these. Oop. Shield Piercer rank 3. Berserk rank 3. Ooh, that's actually a very tempting one. That should leave 5 left. I did find a mild exploit also. It's not really super useful. But if you start doing that, if you just keep tapping the jump button, you can maintain most of your glide while being able to recharge your stamina. Normally you won't recharge your stamina while gliding. Shield flasks, rank 3. Assassin, rank 3. Yay! Okay, let's check. Assassin rank 3, 20% crit chance, reduce health by 30. Shield Flask, increase your maximum number of elixirs by 4, transforms health elixirs into shield elixirs. With the right 3 perks, that could be very powerful. High density bullets, 40% more cannon damage, but minus 4 ammo capacity. Berserk, defeating an enemy gives a stackable 12% damage boost up to a maximum of 5 stacks. It's an extra 10% total. 20% armor reduction. Shield Piercer attacks ignore enemy shields, lowers your shield regeneration rate by 30%. It's actually not too bad. There are 3 left. I'm gonna go ahead and push for them. I mean, we're that close. Also gonna go ahead and bump that up, get the health, get the shield, get the shield, get the shield, get the shield, get the health, and I'm out. But yes, just 3 more perks and then we will be done with this part at least. Onward! Oop. Shield Absorb rank 3, that leaves 2 packs left. Perk, 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 Tough Skin rank 3. There we go. Perk. Perk. Nemesis rank. I'm in rank 3. Yes, rank 1. That's the final perk. In any case. Look at them all. Anyway. Tough Skin. Increase armor by 14. Reduce cannon damage by 35. Nemesis. Bosses, mini-bosses, and lith enemies drop 200% more shards. Disadvantage. They're 100% stronger. Shield Absorb rank 3. Regain 20% of your max shield every time you kill an enemy. Increases your shield downtime by 2.5 seconds. Well, 20%. That still seems weird. 50% crit chance, but it seems like a whole lot less often. Anyway, I'm gonna level up and then fidget around with the, with those a bit. Luck, cannon damage, luck, cannon damage, luck, cannon damage. Neither of which are really useful in a boss fight. Luck, cannon damage, health. Luck, cannon damage. They're all... The luck and the cannon damage seem to be right next to each other almost every time. Cannon damage, cannon damage, cannon damage. I have so... Oh. Almost missed a health. Increase cannon damage by 30. Cannon can crit. Not a bad thing. I'm just going to max out this half of the tree, I suppose, if I can. I don't have enough for that, and I'm not going to leave it with 2. But anyway, time to tinker with perks. Mind the jump cut. Well, actually, first, there's my base stats. If anybody was curious. Without the perks, I have so much health. I have to be honest, the fact that you get that much health kind of seems to be there just because there's so many perks that reduce your health. Not complaining, just taking note of the fact that there's a huge disparity between health and shields. Well, I have a lot of shield now. Oh, that's more amusing than it should be. I took the 60% of your... Is that 60 or 80? I can't tell. It's converted into shield, but your health becomes low. Combine that with the shield flasks, and... Well, I mean, your potions still only Return 400. But yeah, you get the joke. There's a lot of build flexibility and a lot of different playstyles that could be accommodated. Okay, so there's a whole lot of different builds I could run there, and since time is of the essence, I'm gonna not sit here and piddle with all the different ideas right at this moment. So I'm gonna go with the 50% crit chance, 875% crit damage, and 150 something attack power. I still think mathematically that works out to be better than just a base 300 attack power, 225% crit damage, and 30% crit chance. But that is not my strong that type of math is not my strongest suit, so I may be wrong. Ow! No cannons. Wait, why am I not hitting your shit? Oh, there we go. Woo. Okay, so the Migo shield is kind of useful when somebody wants to sit on my face. You killed yourself with the shield. That is still unnerving. That attack makes that slightly more trivial than it should be. That dash, dodge, roll thing. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot to account for that. And I still forget to hit... I hit the wrong button in the short version. Boop. Boop, boop. Okay, so he's a little wider than that thing would lead one to believe. Oh, God. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just really bad at his patterns at them. I keep forgetting that he dashes and then getting myself hit. Come on, shield. Do all the shield things. Ow, ow. Okay. Boop. Oh, that's not good. I'm trying to stay off of the spike. Sorry if I'm getting quiet. I'm a little lost in thought. Because that happens when I try to talk. I forget about things. No. Oh, good. Thank goodness. That's not a combination you should be allowed to do. Okay, that's a little faster than I expected from him. Boop. Okay, well I'm doing a little better than expected at least. If I could just remember to do the dodge thing. don't know what that sound means. Turned into Cain. Weird. Am I supposed to do something here? Should I hit? I'm gonna hit the attack button. Yep. I think I know what this is. Just as I suspected. Remember how he said that the ritual had failed and it was supposed to open a portal which would have allowed, I forget the name of whatever, if he even set it up, to cleanse the world? I think we completed the ritual. It killed Esha's soul, and then he possessed her and went on to do that. Kind of figured that the ending would imply such a thing. Surprised how direct it was. I was actually very nice. I'm gonna be honest. This is going on my list of favorite games. It beautifully captured both the spirit of what is considered a Metroidvania, but also a very beautifully crafted, call it Lovecraftian, eldritch words. I'm not the most eloquent speaker. The hand-drawn artwork, the sound effects all blend together beautifully and truly bring the atmosphere to life. Secret beta backers. Let's see if any of the names I recognize. Yen Jigglypuff. Okay. I still think those might be the names that are on the backer room capsules. In any case, I really enjoyed it. Glad that I did the corrupt path first. And like I said earlier, I do plan on doing a second playthrough with the resist path. I figured corrupt would be easier, so we may as well get our practice in there before going the hard route of destroying the Elder Shards and making sure he doesn't escape. And if I figure out a way to duplicate the save file, I may try to do the third boss too. Since the game auto-saves, I don't want to have to play through it 3 times. But we'll see, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. It should be as simple as moving files around when I reach the end of the second playthrough. But, I'm guessing those are Kickstarter names. Eschaton Elder sounded like a Kickstarter, like, price category name, title thing. But in any case, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. It does have a few rough spots, but, you know, nothing is perfect. You know, no creation of people is going to be perfect. Some of the bosses... I'm trying to think of a way to put it. Some of the bosses, due to the camera zooming in and out, can at times, such as Hysteria, become overwhelming due to sheer number of projectiles and losing track of the player. Usually, you try to avoid things like that happening because it can be a turnoff and make the player feel like they didn't lose due to their own hitting the wrong button and more of, oh crud, where am I? Because the camera has zoomed out and the character is now this tiny. Beautiful boss, though. All of the bosses did have in common the attribute that, while they could be incredibly frustrating, once you learn them, or outlevel them, one or the other, you once you learn their patterns, they do become easier, which is something that you really want a boss to embody. You want it to be something that the player feels like they are learning the patterns and getting better at it. That's one of the things that the Monster Hunter franchise thrives off of. The Dark Souls franchise thrives off of. Metroid franchise usually does. Although, naturally, the Metroid games don't aim for, like, super hard difficulty. Point being, I would really recommend this game. It's on Steam. The makers of this game also made Jotun. I do have that game and will be playing it in the future. It is also hand-drawn. It's a different genre. It's more of an adventure game, not a Metroidvania. But I will be playing the Resist path next. I believe this game does have a new game plus function built in, which we might be seeing in a moment just how it works. Assuming that it... I mean, if it gives me a choice, I'd rather keep my save where it was. But for the sake of it being a clean run on the second time, I'm going to, you know, restart. Especially if it let me keep the corrupt powers and then destroy the Elder Hearts, because that would just be kind of... It'd be a hilariously fun game mode, but it would also be kind of broken. I mean, no more so than the current game mode, because I assume destroying the shards nets you no abilities. Unless I can use the fragments for something. But anyway, this is a long credit cycle, and I am still rambling. Also, the game does, I'm not 100% sure if it comes with it, I don't remember. It does have a soundtrack. I mean, I have it. I don't remember if I paid for that or whether it just came with the game. I pre-ordered. I wasn't paying super close attention, and it was a while ago. But, if I was going to rank it, the music and background sounds are beautifully done. It's very nice music. Sometimes very minimal, but it drives the ambience and the atmosphere of each of the areas very well. It's one thing you want in a game, especially for a Metroidvania, is for the background music or sound effects or ambience to really capture that atmosphere. The artwork is beautiful. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I know it's hand-drawn, and yes, I'm applauding that, because that's a beautiful thing, but honestly, even if I didn't know that, the animations, the movements, every frame of every enemy's motion, it's so beautifully done. Whether it had been done by hand or not, that fact is undeniable. I do greatly respect that it's hand-drawn art. I mean, that's what the selling page says. I assume it to be true. But there's definitely something unique about the art in this game. Both the landscape, the atmosphere, the enemies, the backgrounds, the sound effects for enemies, Ash, is great. The combat system is very fluid. I love that while there were certain times where you get kind of stagger locked because you're having trouble if too many conjurers got in the same place, they could time their hits up by random luck. The Panzers could do it too. But more often than not, the sheer amount of mobility you have to string combos infinitely together without it ever really feeling like a repetitive smack, 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 heavy hit. Smack, 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 heavy hit. Which is kind of what it really is. But the animations and the way it all moves, it blends together beautifully into one solid combination and doesn't feel like just a repetitive strike. Some games have suffered from that in the past. Sam and Salem, I'll say. Lots of Sams. Sammy, Samantha, Samuel, Samuel, Sandor, Sarah, Sarfaz. No, Sarfraz. It's a beautiful name. I'm sorry. But anyway, the combat system is solid. I love the fact that enemy spawns are unpredictable and random. I do have a critique in that some of the mechanics are not explained. I've tried looking it up, and I still haven't figured out what the phantom enemy is. Like, what do they signify? Is it just a, my theory is that it bypasses the spawn cap because they have 1 health, allowing you to get swarmed with more attacks while still having a chance to defeat them. Secondary theory is that when you defeat enough enemies in an area, it starts spawning more and more phantoms so that you're not just hanging around grinding. And another theory is that it's just a random thing like the hordes. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not even sure if they're called phantoms. I call them phantoms. I see a Japanese name at the bottom in very tiny font. My kana is a little rusty, sorry. I got to first I forget that one. See, and then it's off the screen before I... Anyway, backer number B24715. Clever name. These are pleasantly long credits. That's a very nice soundtrack in the background, though. It's not overpowering, it's not loud, it's something that a Let's Player can very much appreciate because I can speak and be heard and not have to be competing with the soundtrack. I lost track of what I was talking about. Ah, yes, the phantom enemies. I also feel like there could have been a few more. There are a lot of perks, and I like that there are plenty for very high customization and different build types, ranging from, you saw the 1300 shield wonder there, to berserker, to an armored tank, to life drain with low armor. You know, there's a few combinations I'm intrigued that as to why I didn't see them, like percentage addition to your shield, but it takes longer to lower regeneration rate or more downtime. There's a few shield related ones that would have been interesting. I would assume it's because they tried to only have so many for each category, and there were enough shield-related perks. Just like there's only a certain number of crit perks, certain number of armor perks, etc. So it may have been a category size thing. May have also been because the number of perks they had fit that little screen oh so beautifully. The level up system was very well received. I like that the cost of level ups is not static, and that it's kind of the more skills you have, the more they cost. The way that worked really well, and it allows the player a lot more freedom. I still am not sure if the trait, the big circle ones that offer a new big thing, if their prices are set or if they follow their own table of how many traits do you have. I would normally call them perks, but since we've already got perks, calling them perks would be redundant and confusing, so I'm calling them traits. Also curious about that roll stab forward thing. I guess that's just kind of a secret thing, but it's... I mean, it's not overpowered enough for me to call it a... like the Mega Man X Hadoken. I know it's not from Mega Man X, but it was in Mega Man X. Anyway. Long story short, that was a thing that could 2-shot bosses. Or 3-shot them, I forget exactly. But it was in line enough with the other skills that I'm assuming that that was not... I'm considering it a balanced skill because it basically gave you a, you know, stab attack, which would have been stronger. But it was still weaker than the corrupted charge dash attack thing, of whose name I forget. It's another thing, I really love the names of everything in the areas, even if I couldn't pronounce half of them. Like, very, very nicely done. I would like to have known more of the history behind just, you know, who the Valkyries were and who the others are. I'm assuming the Valkyries were pretty much human researchers that wandered in there and began trying to catalog and study and destroy things. And it became kind of a, you you know, back and forth. Perhaps by destroying the shards, though, I will learn more. Because I assume that he's not going to be happy with me destroying those shards. He's going to be quite grumpy. Please tell me this thing isn't just running a loop. I should pay more attention to credits sometimes. When you get to talking, it can be hard. Anonymous. Aurelian. And now I'm thinking of League of Legends again. It never leaves. Neither does the DuckTales theme song. There are certain things in this world that get stuck in more people's heads. No poor nostalgia critic had just gotten it out of his head and then the remake came out. Fun guy. If I see anything repeat, I poked a button and it did a thing. Oops. Just curious if it would do something. Okay. There you go. 100% progress. And that ending being purple is saying that I chose the corrupt path. Which there's 3. So, yes, this has been Let's Play Sundered. Next time, we will begin the resist path. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time.